Welcome to the first I Freaking Love This YouTube video. I'm OllieBeanz, and since this channel is going to be about things I freaking love, I figured I'd start with my favorite gaming/work peripheral, my trusty G502 Hero mouse. Now you can see here, this is the SE edition, and that just stands for this white accent stripe, the special edition. And that's the only reason I actually upgraded from my G502 Proteus Core that I got back in 2016. This bad boy is actually still kicking to this day. I only upgraded for that white accent stripe to better go with my white new case there. So we're going to get into all the things that really make me love the G502, but it really boils down to two things: dependability and functionality. We'll go over into that now, so let's get right into the G502 Hero review. Here you can see my 5-year-old G502 Proteus Core. Now it looks identical to the newer version, the Hero. The only difference with the Hero version is that Logitech upped the DPI to 16,000 and also gave it a cable that frays less easily. Now personally, with my version that I've had for 5 years, I haven't had any issues with the cable fraying, but apparently some people were having that issue, so it's pretty cool Logitech to, fix that while they were upping the DPI for a new version. If this is how you treat your mouse, you'll be happy to know that Logitech rates the button durability of the G502 at 20 million clicks. That's a lot of no-scopes or Word doc saves or whatever the hell you people do with your mice. I don't know. On to latency. Low latency is a must-have for any mouse. Latency is the delay of the time from when you move your mouse physically to when it moves on your screen. And in order to have low latency, you need a high polling rate. Now, the Logitech G502 has a polling rate of 1,000 Hertz, or 1 millisecond. That's 1,000 times a second. What that means is that when you move your mouse physically, it almost instantly reflects that movement on your PC. The IR optical sensor also suffers less from acceleration that can affect laser sensors more, causing errors in movement. Here you can see that the G502 has 11 programmable buttons. And I get it, almost every gaming mouse on the market has multiple programmable buttons. But do they have a sniper button? The G502 has a dedicated sniper mode button that allows you to adjust the DPI of the mouse. Let's take a moment to explain what that is. Firstly, your DPI is your dots per inch, and it relates to how many pixels the mouse will move on the screen for every inch that you move the mouse in real life. The G502 boasts a 12,000 DPI, with the Hero upping that to 16,000. Now, more isn't really always better in that case. The optimal gaming DPI is usually going to be anywhere from 800 to 1600 DPI, give or take. There's really no reason that you're going to need a DPI over 2,000. And really anything over the base multiplier is going to cause errors because there's going to be too much noise. Alright, back to the sniper mode button. The G502 has a sniper mode button underneath the default front and back buttons on the mouse. Now when you hold down the button, it lowers the DPI setting of the mouse. Now this is going to be great in a game when you're looking down the barrel of a sniper rifle, hence the name, and you need just some more subtle adjustments to movement. With the DPI lowered while holding the button, your mouse moves less on screen for every inch that it's moved in real life. Then when you release the sniper button, it returns to whatever setting you had your DPI set in the settings in the Logitech G Hub software. There are also two buttons on the top of the mouse that you can use to adjust the DPI up or down and leave it set to that DPI. Now this is going to be great anytime you need to adjust the DPI in a game or while you're working. Say if you're playing a game like Elite Dangerous, where you need a higher DPI in Super Cruise and a lower DPI in fights, especially if you're flying Flight Assist off. But then a full DPI is also great if you do things like graphic design work, where a lot of times you have to make really small adjustments. Let's move on to weight. The G502 weighs 4.3 ounces, and it has 5 weights that weigh 3.6 grams each that you can use to adjust the feel and weight of the mouse. Now I personally don't use any weights because I like my mice light, and the G502 is a pretty heavy mouse to begin with. In conclusion, the G502 is the king of gaming mice for a reason. They're adjustable to fit your needs, and as you can see, they pretty much last forever. Now, tell me if you're running the G502 in the comments below, or try to convince me to maybe get a different mouse. You can find links in the description below to get yourself a G502 Hero or a G502 Lightspeed. If you found this video helpful, please consider subscribing and hitting that bell down below for more content. I also stream on Twitch under the name OllieBeanz 3 times a week on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays. You can follow me to be notified when I go live. And feel free to jump in there and ask me any questions about any of the videos I do, or just come hang out while I game. I'm OllieBeanz from iFreaking Love This, and I'll see you next time. Be good to each other.